So I've taken that same matrix and now added in more columns. I've broken that up into a finer grading, and the idea is to be able to be more accurate with which cell is the risk cell we're currently in. Because in the end, if my risk is too high, I want to be able to see that and say, guys, it's too high. Got to go from here down to there. Any ideas how to do that? Please, let's sit down and work out a strategy to get there. So I want to be able to plot my current risk today, and if that's beyond a LARP, or it's too high for what I want to carry, then I want to say, okay, guys, we're here today. I want to be down there. What do we do? And we begin to put together some solutions. And the beauty of this is I can track the progress. I can say, well, if I do this solution, in terms of maintenance, and this is a transformer, for example, on this particular asset, we're going to say, okay, well, if I don't do any maintenance whatsoever, I've bought a brand new transformer, it's going to sit there until it blows up. If it blows up, what's the cost? I can price that. If this thing blows up and it's the only one I've got, I'm going to be down for 2 months waiting for a spare, and in that 2 months I'm going to lose $2 million, $100 million, whatever the case is going to be. So I can plot here very easily a worst case scenario of doing nothing at all. Okay, can't live there. That's a bad place to try and play the game. I might be lucky. This is a risk. Just because I don't do anything doesn't mean it's going to blow up. But the dice begin to roll, and lots of dice start rolling. So I introduce condition monitoring. Well, when I start looking at condition monitoring, that is finding problems, finding the P point early, finding trouble before it becomes a breakdown. That means if I find a problem with this early on, then I can repair this at low cost versus the breakdown. So now that particular strategy moves me that way on the matrix, moves me with lower cost at risk. If I can prevent failure, if I can make sure the oil is clean, there's no contamination, that there's no water ingress, the breathers are in good condition and absorbing all the moisture, then I'm driving it down here. I'm having less and less chance of failure. So on my matrix now, I can say, here we are today, guys, historically, or project the future. If that's too much, then I want to move down to here, give me some ideas. But let's plot these ideas and actually watch this thing moving in front of our face down to this level here. And so now I've got a way of making very clear where we are and where we want to go to. And each of these will have a particular value and bring some value to the company. So now when I do these maintenance, I'm not doing it because I want to do it or because you're going to do it, because the OEM tells me to do it. I'm doing it because it's the smart thing to do for the business. And whenever anybody challenges me in the future, out comes this particular plot and say, well, look, 5 years ago we sat down with this. We're doing these activities on purpose to cause the risk to fall down to here. You want me to reduce maintenance? You want me to get rid of my guys and not do this work? Happy to do that. I'll take that one away, take that one away, that one away. So now the risk that was there, she's back up here. Are you okay with that, Mr. Manager? If you're okay with that, just put your name here, thanks. Yeah, just sign your name. I'll do it for you, but just sign your name. So yeah, I wanted a visual way that everybody knows the game now. There's no magic secrets. It's all on the page in front of us. And you and I can talk and make choices and see the consequences within a limit. Now, this isn't perfect down to dollars and cents, but cell by cell, if I can get close enough to a cell, then I'm happy with that. I've got a good feel for the situation there. So in plant and equipment wellness, we're going to use this matrix and approach a lot, because it's all visual, not what I say. And of course, we're going to have other guys look at this and say, well, you left something out, yeah? and pick everybody's best ideas up. And can you do this simpler? Can you do this faster and quicker? And yeah, of course you can. I don't mind doing it smart, but I cannot not do it. I've got to make sure that these things are done, because it is by doing these that I'm down here. If I don't do these, I'm back up there. And if you're happy with that, don't worry about it. Just live with it. And of course, if the transformer does fail, well, don't complain. You took that risk. You made that choice years ago and you're living with it. Now that it's blown up and you're down for 2 months and you're going to lose $200 million, well, don't complain to me. You chose that years ago.